Hello, my name is Ezra, aka Mr. Nozzy, and FYI, it's Frozen Synapse. Or Synapse, I'm not quite sure how you say that, but anyway. This title is developed by a British indie developer known as Mode 7, whose only other game that they have produced is a 3D sword fighting title called Determinants. So essentially, Frozen Synapse is a turn-based strategy game. It's a top-down tactical shooter where essentially you've just got to organise your team and try to effectively and efficiently take out the other team. Now for me, this is a totally different type of game that I would usually play. I never usually play turn-based strategy games, so I bought this one and was a bit sceptical as to whether I'd actually enjoy this or not, but I am extremely pleased to say that I love this game. So, like I was saying, essentially you have to set orders for your units in the game, and they act out the possible kind of consequences before you finalise your moves. So when you set these moves up, you can actually hit a play button and it shows you what could possibly happen before you actually have to finalise your move. Now the fun thing with this game is that you've got to guess what the opponent is thinking to try and best plan against their moves, whilst actually trying to come up with an attack strategy of your own. So it's quite an interesting balance between attacking and thinking what the opponent is going to be doing. Now, normally I wouldn't actually do an FYI of a game that's been out last year, but I love this game so much that I thought I had to get my thoughts out for this game. So, the modes that you have in this game, you have both single player and multiplayer, and both from my experience have been great. The single player campaign has 55 missions. There is also a skirmish generator where you can generate your own maps essentially to play out against the computer, and there is an instant skirmish mode where you can hop in and play against the computer straight away. Now in the multiplayer modes there are 5 modes: hostage rescue, disputed, secure, which is a bidding based mode, extermination, and charge. Now, the multiplayer, which I will show you here, has great integration with scoreboards, friends, looking up old games that you've played and actually watching them through, watching opponents' games. So this kind of system is great. I really can't find any flaws in it. So, for example, this is your kind of Frozen Synapse feed, which shows you kind of like the latest news that's going on. So it says I have 0 games which require turns. Now, as this is a turn-based game, you can open up a game. If I do have any games available, they're here. So, for example, this game which I'd started playing, you can set up your moves, hit ready, and then you just sit back and wait until the other player has made their moves. So this could be like a couple of days away, or they could do it straight away. So say it's a couple of days away, you might be on your phone, you know, walking about and about on your phone, and you'll get an email saying that they have now finalised their turn, so that you can actually see what's happened. So then you just go home and quickly look up the next turn, and then, you know, start off your next turn. So you can have multiple games going at once, which I think is brilliant. It's a great way to play. What else do we have here? You can actually look at the rankings, which is nice. Global rankings, daily rankings, those who are on score streaks, etc. That, you know, there's a lot of stuff here which is nice to see. You can also change up your graphic settings, colours of your men in the game. The only problem that I found with this game is that it's not entirely smooth. As you can see, if I'm moving my mouse around here, it starts to get a little bit jittery. So the performance can be a bit off. You can disable the backgrounds in the menu, but still, I still find that I have problems with this, even playing at the lower resolution settings. So that's essentially what this game is. So I'm going to hop straight into the campaign to show you guys some gameplay. Now, I've played a few levels so far. The story I get a bit confused about in terms of, you know, which faction is which and what exactly they stand for, but at the end of the day I don't think that really matters too much. The gameplay is essentially what you're going to be playing this game for, and it's brilliant. So let's just hop straight into a game. So if I go into the campaign here, I can show you guys some action finally. Right, Davis has taken down the security network and enabled the Panarchs to reach the central core of the power station. Yeah, like I said, I get confused about which faction is which, etc, etc. But essentially, you just got to take out the baddies each time. So it says we have a support system in place with some Panarch units here to support. Excellent. By support, I mean actively hinder and annoy. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's all kind of irrelevant. So as you can see, we are the green, and the yellow guys are support, who we can't actually control, and all the red guys here are the enemies. So this is an extremely in-depth tactical planning game. So you have shotgun units, machine gun units, rocket units. You also do get grenade launcher unit types, but obviously I don't have them in this game. So essentially you've got to plan what the enemy may do and what you can do to try and stop them and take them out. So I've got my machine gun guy here, so you can add waypoints and try and plan out the move before you finalise it. So I set this guy up here to look this way. So let's just see if this rocket guy here fires one into the wall, will that take him out? It won't take him out, but it does seem that this machine gun guy, if he doesn't move, will actually take him out. So that is not going to work. So you can delete those waypoints quite quickly, like so, and hit play. So he can't actually see me from there, so that's alright. I don't actually know how to take this machine gun guy out. Maybe this man over here may be able to help. It's quite hard because you've got all these guys in this one room on this side, which are obviously covering that doorway. So if I can somehow work one of my units up this side and stop them moving out. So let's say this guy wants to move to the doorway to cover my other unit there. Let's see what happens. So he can see my friend over there, my shotgun friend. Now essentially I think this machine gun unit here is going to cover this doorway. So he's going to try and take out my shotgun unit straight away. So I can actually duck behind these light blocks here. Now these blocks basically represent tables. So if I had a waypoint there, you can actually duck straight down underneath it. Let's get him to aim that way, so let's see what happens there. So now he's covered by that table. But essentially both my other units here are going to be taken out. So if I get this unit to duck, because I think there's a wall there. Let's see what happens then. Can he still be seen? Right, he now can't be seen, but yet my other units still get taken out. I think the best thing to do would be for him to rush straight over here to provide some cover. Now with these units you can actually get them to continue on sight, so essentially if they see someone they won't fire on them. Now the basic setting for them is to fire on an enemy if they see them, so it can come quite handy because obviously that unit has seen him there and he's managed to sneak straight up in there. So that's good so far. Now what happens if this machine gun unit tries to sneak straight over to here and then crouches behind the box? I think he may still get taken out. No, so he gets the drop on this unit. Lovely. Now the support unit does get taken out here. I assume, like I said, you can't control them, so they will just go off and do whatever they want. But that does mean that our unit at the bottom, let's get across. Come on. Excellent. Right, that's good. Yeah, for someone who doesn't like strategy games, turn-based strategy games, this is really engrossing stuff. This is one of the few games that I can say I have been coming back to time and time and time again. Just because the gameplay is so addictive. So hats off to these guys. Yeah, I really do enjoy this game. Right. I think the main point which I do like about this game is that you can play in your own time. You sit back, make a move, and then you can reply whenever you like. That is pretty cool. Right. So let's stop talking. Let's assume some of these guys are going to move out of here. So we've got one guy moving. Let's see if he moves and gives some cover. What happens then? Now, it seems like he's seen that rocket unit up there. Essentially what we'd like to do is try and take that rocket unit out, because he's really going to cause some hassle. Yeah, so he gets the drop on that guy there, but our cover is destroyed. So unless this unit actually makes a move up here, and can he see my unit over there? I think he may just be able to. Let's see what happens if he moves up there. Now I think my unit here gets the drop on him. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will take him out with those few extra shots that he had left there. And he is still crouched, which isn't necessarily a good thing because he doesn't move very fast. So let's stand him up and see if that makes a difference. Nice, so he takes out both the rocket unit there and the machine gun type, so that's good. And then he's going to move straight to this point without firing, and then I want him to duck and cover, so that's great. All good so far. Now, this unit escapes the machine gun fire, that's brilliant. Now he will be covering the doorway, that's brilliant. I'm not too worried about these guys in here. Now, this shotgun unit is probably going to come around the side. Not too worried about him as for now. Even though this unit's cover will be taken out. Maybe I should get him to move over into the cover. So, let's move him into the cover over here and cover the top side to make sure they don't come around. Now, if he does that, he doesn't actually see the rocket there coming, so it's probably best to leave him where he was. Yeah, excellent. Now he's covering that top way. We've got that all in order. What else could we do here? Is that unit's going to be taken out if he moves? Okay, that's fine. We could get our shotgun unit to move forward, but just to be sure that no one else is going to get taken out in the process if something else happens, we'll see if this unit covers the opposite side, what will happen. This is what I love about this game. You can plan out all the eventualities. Right, let's see what happens down. So that unit does actually get killed, which is not good. Maybe if he pops up behind the table there to give some cover. Let's get rid of all these. Get him behind a table and to cover that way. Now let's see what happens. So we take out one of theirs, but in the process we lose. So let's see if we get him to continue straight to cover. Now, we could get him to duck a little earlier here, which could mean he's going to be safe. I think he should still be in cover, so let's get him to duck there. Ugh. Damn, that's close. Let's move back a bit. Let's try now. Nice. Ooh, is he still seen there? Oh, I think he may be firing for that other yellow unit down there. Just to be sure, just going to move him up a bit. Make sure he's definitely in some cover there. Excellent. Now, who's this guy firing on? No, they're taking out our rocket friend over there. Actually, I don't want him to do that because I think our other unit is going to be able to get the rocket guy if he stays there. So let's just do a continue on sight. Excellent. So we've managed to move our units up there in the cover, which is brilliant. So we've gained... Well, we've knocked off one of their units, so that's fine. Right, so I think, apart from moving this guy forward, which I will do, let's pop him forward to there and see what happens. See if he gets taken out by that rocket. No, excellent. Just get him to aim that way and duck to make sure he's in some cover. Is this guy ducking over here? Let's leave him standing for now because he's got good cover there, so he should get the drop on someone else. Right. So there we go. I think for now that's fine. So let's prime this and then see what they come up with. Yeah, the fact that you can plan so meticulously and what the enemy can do makes this game so exciting and fun to play. I think if you were just planning strategy for your own units, it may get a little bit boring because you have no idea what the enemy's going to do. But the fact that you can control everything within this game is going to appeal to you control freaks out there. I really think this is a top-notch game. Like I said, this is the whole reason why I'm doing an FYI, and this game came out so long ago. And it's nice to see, by the way, for the multiplayer element, there are still a lot of players online. Let's just see what happens here.
Hostile neutralized.
Oh, nice. So we didn't plan for that. But anyway, we got 2 hostiles. Let's replay that in a second. Yeah, I just wanted to say that there are still a lot of players online, and usually 20 to 30 to 40 players online, and that is more than enough. It's a simple system to challenge other players. You simply highlight them and challenge them to a game and choose the game type, and that's it. And generally you find that you do get challenges all the time when you're playing. And if you're playing like 3 games at a time, 1 game enough can be quite long to plan out. So 3 is more than enough. So having like 40 players online, I think is absolutely fine. So we've got a decent following online, so don't worry about not being able to find games. So let's just replay this and see what happened here. So actually turn 1. Let's play. So thankfully moved out of the way there. Our units were covered here. What happened? I think that machine gunner takes out that man, or does he? So 2 of our friendly units are down that side. We managed to take out this unit here. And the rocket unit, which is brilliant, because the rocket units can be a real pain. Yeah, excellent. But we do have 1 more in there, and that's dangerous. We need to get our men out of that top building. Just 1 more time, just to see what happened to our units over here. And who got this guy? So it was actually our crouched guys who get this guy if we play on. Right, so far so good. We've still got our friendly rocket unit in here, which we definitely need to get working this room here. So we now need to move up our units there and get our shotgun unit involved. We need to get up close and personal with these guys.